What's going on? Peace, light, and love. Just raising that frequency up a little bit higher than what it was. Definitely a positive and powerful time for us to get this cosmic check-in. I want to give thanks to the divine plan of love that's unfolding within our lives. Also giving thanks, so much gratitude for the divine supports that are assisting in delivering this message. I'm going to call on the Archangel Gabriel to come through and give a clear and intuitive channel assisting with that. The Archangel Michael is coming through strongly, and so I'm going to call on the Archangel Michael to assist in having the courage to be able to navigate any difficult energies that I may experience during this particular reading, because we are in Libra season, we are in eclipse season, and it allows us to face some powerful truths right about now. And so I'm definitely giving thanks right now and gratitude for being able to have that strength and courage to be able to navigate the messages that Spirit has for us right about now. So you see right now we got this the tarot cards just pulled out for the collective, right? Got the Star card that came through in a powerful way. The Temperance card comes through in reverse. The Queen of Swords comes through, and then the Seven of Wands. So we definitely got us a powerful message in store for us during this particular eclipse season. A definite powerful time for this energetic check-in right about now, because we are in Libra season, right, where the sun is at. The sun, it inspires us, right? This is how we shine our light in the world, right? The sun is connected to our creativity, right? This is also created to our inspiration as well, right? And so it being in Libra season, we're being inspired to really connect to our relationships, right? Shining light on balance, right? Shining light on whether or not, you know, we are just in our relationships to ourselves and to others, right? This is about partnerships. It's also about enemies, open enemies, adversaries, right? Any type of one-on-one interaction, right? Partnerships in business as well. Definitely taps into that Libra vibration, right? But the Libra vibration, it also taps in and tunes into the Venusian vibration, right? Because it is connected to, it is ruled by Venus, right? Venus is that planet of love, beauty, aesthetics, right? Luxury, things like that, right? Libra is connected to the air element. The air element is how we communicate, right? Our intellect and everything. So with Libra being attached to love, to beauty and luxury, and then to our intellect and how we communicate and everything, right? This is really a powerful time for us to really transform how we're communicating, right? How we're thinking, how we're processing this world, right? When it comes in terms of our relationships and everything. And so this eclipse is really super powerful, right? And what makes this eclipse so special, right, is not just because that this is the last one that's going to be in Libra for almost a decade, right? So that's big energy, right? But this is a time for us to really hit the cosmic reset button on our relationships, right? This is about our boundaries, our balance, right? This is giving us that opportunity to cut loose that people-pleasing type of energy, right? And really begin stepping into our power, right? Because these eclipses, they bring rapid changes out here in these streets. So expect some shifts to go down out here so quickly your head may spin. Because this is all about rebalancing our relationships, right? This is about making some shifts in them boundaries, okay? Dropping the urge to please folks at the end of the day, especially when it's at your detriment, right? Releasing a lot of old wounds, right? Where we holding on to a lot of disappointments, right? And a lot of times when we, you know, that resentful energy, right? That keeps us stuck in these energetic patterns that repel the things that we really want away from us, right? This gives us an opportunity to commit to ourselves, right? Commit to doing better, right? Commit to connecting better within our relationships so that we can move forward, right? More empowered, more inspired, because we really have to know that our success is definitely closely related to our relationships, right? We definitely can't do it alone. Now, we definitely know that we got to do as much as we can on our own, that whole solo dolo thing, right? But when we get together, when we work in partnerships, right? Collaborations, right? This is when we start seeing some real magic go down. And so the message that Spirit has for us that's going on right now, it brings in the star card. And I'm going to bring in the goddesses to come through to give us just a little bit of clarity on that message, right? And then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an elemental breakdown, right? Because what I've been noticing is that these spirit animals definitely have been in effect in some profound ways, coming through, like really giving us some guidance and some direction. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to break down by the elements, right? And really allow those spirit animals to deliver that message. We'll clarify that, right? With my Moonology Oracle deck, right? And how we'll do that clarification is that when we're in each element, we'll go ahead and we'll break each particular zodiac sign down, so that we can get that clearer message that we're getting from the animal, the spirit animal guide that's coming through with some divine guidance for us in this particular time. What a powerful time to be alive, baby. What a powerful time. And so you have definitely checked in at a prime time for this energetic check-in, right? Because we are navigating some powerful energies. We in this eclipse season, right? See, the lunar eclipse, right, is when that earth is casting the shadow on the moon. But the solar eclipse, this is when the moon is passing between the earth and the sun, where it totally or partially like covers the image of the sun, right? And what that looks like for this particular one is that ring of fire, right? Because the moon, what that does, the energy, when we're working with this moon, right, it reflects that inner knowledge. This is about the insight that we have, illumination, right? This is why our dreams is off the hook, right? Definitely keeping a dream journal on deck, right? The intuition is heightened, right? Especially that sun in Libra. Libra is a highly, highly intuitive sign, definitely, no doubt about it. And so we got that moon energy, and moon energy is all about that intuition, that inner sensing and everything, encouraging us to embrace those things that we're picking up, right? And so on this lunar eclipse, when that shadow is cast on the moon, it may reveal some truths right here. You know what I'm saying? Now, this may be things we already sensed. We was already in the loop about that and everything, right? Or we may get some revelations and everything. And that's a time for us to go inward. But this solar eclipse, baby, see this solar right here, this is that inspiration energy, right? This is about hope, renewal, enlightenment, illumination, right? Because the sun is going to align you up with that divine wisdom, baby, divine wisdom, right? And so when we working with this particular energy, right, this is about rising up. This is about new beginnings, spiritual awakening, right? The birth of consciousness, I'm talking here, okay? Now, when we got the solar eclipse, the moon is passing between the earth and the sun, allowing us to get a clear perspective with the truth, right? Because what's happening is that the darkness is being highlighted by the sun, right? And so what happens is we get to see some real truths out here in these streets. And so this is definitely a powerful time for us to really keep it $150, keep it real out here in these streets, and then move forward empowered, right? So that we can really be in alignment for the assignment moving forward. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. We got the star card that's coming through. We got the Temperance, we got the Queen of Swords, and then we got the Seven of Swords. So I'm going to bring some of these goddesses out that's going to really help in clarifying this message. See, this star card is coming through because this is about reminding us about those things where our dreams, our wishes coming true. See, when this star card comes through, this is all about like making the things that you want to see happen within your life and everything, right? See, what this card, with the goddess Makumu is coming through, she's bringing a message of soul forgiveness, right? She comes in on this number 28, and I like that number 28 because that taps directly into that Libra energy, right? This is about making sure that you are being empowered by trusting your intuition, right? Going within, right? And really taking inventory on all of those things that has happened within our lives, right? This is going to allow us to move into this space, right, where we have reconciled like all of those things that was in the past that's caused us to feel disappointed and frustrated and everything. We ain't sitting in that particular energy, right? Because see, that Temperance card right here is reminding us about like what needs to happen, right? And because we got that in reverse, the Temperance card is coming through like letting us know about how that can get out of balance, right? Out of order and everything, right? Because a lot of times when we get stuck into these patterns where we're not forgiving people, or we're not really acknowledging those things that surround us and everything, we find ourselves being overwhelmed in pleasures and everything, right? And so this Goddess 10 is coming through, like reminding us about how pleasure can really be something that's transformative, right? Because see, you tap into that creative energy through that pleasure principle, you understand, right? However, when it comes into this spot where we getting into the excessiveness of it and everything, it works to our detriment, right? So this is all about making sure that we are allowing those pleasures to be balanced within our lives, right? So that we can really move into this space where we're making our dreams come true. But we got to reconcile those other things so that we come out of that unbalanced energy. See, the Queen of Swords is coming through letting us know how that needs to happen. See, we got to begin vetting, right, our circles, the lessons that we learned, right? See, this is going all the way back into that soul forgiveness, right? See, this is about us being smarter moving forward, right? See, when we move forward and we a little bit smarter as we move forward and everything, see, this is when we begin moving into this energy of leveling up. See, the goddess right here, Queen Yah, what is that? Asante Wa. All right now, I like that. That's powerful in that name. Got a sword in her hand, just like that Queen of Swords right there, huh? And what this is about stepping into, this is the visionary energy, right? See, this is about making sure that you vetting your friends, vetting how you dealing with your life, the things that you want to see happening. See, this is when you start carefully planning and vetting the things that you want to see happen, manifest within your life, right? See, this is how you begin leveling up, when you start focusing on those things that you want to see come into your life, right? And you ain't spending all of your time in a pastime paradise in all of these pleasures, right? You starting to move and shift your energy and start focusing on those things that need to happen. And see, when that happens at the end of the day, right? This is when you're not easily swayed, right? You're not sitting around focusing on what other folks is thinking about and everything, right? See, because we got this 7 of Wands here, but the 7 of Wands energy, unfortunately, my loves, it came in here in reverse, right? And so when we doing that, we see that reverse is letting us know, see, that's what needs to happen, right? We struggling just a little bit to really connect with this energy of being firm on our square, where folks ain't telling us which way to go and what's right and what's wrong and everything. See, everybody editing what they talking about right about now, right? And because they ain't living their truths, right? And this is what's causing a lot of us to get into these imbalances where we start focusing more on the pleasures and everything within life. It's escapism. You see what I'm saying? You understand? And see, when we start getting into this thing where we leveling up, when we starting to really vet our thoughts, we caught the lesson from last time. We know that that's a train that's taking us to Shitsville, right? So we go catch it on the other side and go in the other direction, right? Okay, so we already know that. Now we leveling up. We focusing on the way to go, right? The thing that we need to see happen. And we ain't letting folks talk us out of our birthright, take us up off of our square. See, now this right here is when that goddess Yemaya comes in here with that energy of the awakening. You see that dolphin that's been coming through? Dolphin been coming through in some profound ways, right? And the goddess Yemaya is coming through on that 40 energy, right? Now, it feels like judgment energy, right? But this right here is all about like really awakening to a new way of being, right? This is your process. This is the way you go about doing business now. You done built a new foundation, right? Where you have stepped into your power, right? right? You ain't running around taking this world all seriously, right? You got a little sense of humor and everything. You see the quirks, you know what I'm saying, that go on out here in these streets, right? And you ain't taking everything so personally out here in these streets, right? You out here enjoying your life, right? Keeping your vibration high and everything. See, now this right here, that's what's going to really help us to really step into our power and begin to command all of those things that we would like to have within our lives. But we got to make sure that we in that space of forgiveness. Yeah, so I appreciate those goddesses for definitely coming through. Now, I'm going to come through with some spirit animal oracles, right? And because we in Libra season, now why not? Why not go ahead and deal with them during the elements, right? So let's say we in Libra season, we go deal with the air element first. So we go set it off with the Libra energy. Who's coming through? The armadillo spirit is coming through. Now, the armadillo spirit air sign is coming through, reminding you that you got to set healthy boundaries, right? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, my bad, Aquarius. I can't forget about the Aquarius now. You're wrong for that. But it's really encouraging you to start speaking up, to start really setting the tone for what needs to happen, right? See, you can't step into your power if you ain't saying nothing, if you going along to get along, huh? See, that's the lower vibration of the Libra energy, right? Where you sitting around people pleasing. It's the time to ditch that particular energy, right? So let's go through the air elements, starting off with the Libra. Let's see what spirit got to say for you. Boom. Hold your vision, Libras. You got to hold your vision. Now, what is it you trying to do? See, and you sitting around allowing yourself to get caught up in things that's not really working for your highest and greatest good. So when this card, this fixed moon energy is coming in here, this is about making sure that the healthy boundaries that you're setting is still in alignment with your vision, right? You can't be up all hours of the night, you know what I'm saying, partying and shucking and jiving with folks and everything, and it's taking you out of what it's taking you out of being prepared for the things that you need to do tomorrow. You got to hold on to your vision, Libra. All right, let's move it. Let's move it. Let's talk to the Aquarius. What we talking, Aquarius? Aquarius. Oh, and then the other thing too, I almost forgot. Before I go on to the Aquarius, I almost forgot Libra. What you want to do, especially doing this because we in Libra season. See, Libra season reminds us about that balance, right, Libra? You know how that goes, right? And so the balance of your energy is on the other end. The other end of Libra energy is Aries energy, right? And so when you're being asked to hold on to your vision, the balance of your energy, right, is to not be focused so much on how other folks is doing. See, Aries energy, study that Aries, boy. Aries ain't playing no games. They them first, right? They about the business of making sure they getting their needs met. And when you tap into that Aries energy, right, you definitely go get you a true lesson on setting healthy boundaries and holding your vision, because Aries energy is definitely boss energy, right? They come in there and they make sure that they are commanding that space. And so with that, it's really encouraging you to step into that particular power. All right, now we got that. We go ahead and move on to the Aquarius. Aquarius, yeah, again, we in Libra season, right? So this is really reminding us to tap into the other end of our energy. The other end of your energy is Leo, Aquarius. And what this is reminding you to do while you setting these healthy boundaries, remember that you got to expect some powerful change right about now. So this new moon eclipse energy is just prime tapping into what's going on today and really aligning you, Aquarius, about expecting these powerful change, right? But when you set these healthy boundaries, right, this is what's going to help you in being able to tap in, right? And when you start studying that Leo energy, right, because see, Leo energy is very bold and assertive. Of course, we know that, right? Okay, you ain't got no problem with that particular energy, right? However, it also is that leadership energy and it's creative and playful energy, right? And what that means, when you expecting powerful change, when you tapping into that creative, that playful energy, right? And then we just see that dolphin not too long ago. But anyway, when you tapping into that creative and that playful energy and everything, see, this is when you start raising your frequency up. And this is when these powerful changes come through. So definitely expect that powerful change, Aquarius. All right. While you setting them healthy boundaries. All right. All right. And then last but not least, we go see what the Gemini is on. Boom. This is a time for healing, balsamic moves. See, you got to set healthy boundaries because, see, this is a time for you to go within. See, a lot of times, see, these eclipses and everything, you know, there was the olden sayings that talked about how they thought that the eclipses were negative omens and they encourage folks to stay indoors and everything. And, you know, like I tell everybody, to each their own. You operate on how spirit is really moving you to operate, right? You got to trust your intuition. Start moving more into a discernment, right? Instead of just following the teaching of folks, not really tapping into what we know within our hearts, right? But this particular time right here, it's a time for you to start doing that healing work, right? So this right here, Gemini, is really encouraging you about setting healthy boundaries so that you can have that downtime to recharge and recalibrate and heal, right? And so this balsamic moon card is coming in here reminding you about how sometimes you got to separate yourself. You got to say no to the party, right? And you got to make sure that you're taking that time to heal within. All right, so let's see who's next. The water energy is next. So we're going to set that off with the water sign. The wombat comes through, water signs, reminding you to be at home. See, this wombat is coming through, reminding you and asking you about, see, this really taps into that whole energy of being empowered by your vision, right? See, this is when we get into this space where we see things that's happening. We grounded. This is about being rooted and grounded in the direction that you go. And nobody's taking you off your square because you're clear and you're firm in where you're at, right? And so when this wombat comes through, reminding you guys, right, water signs, to be at home. This is truly a time for you to really remind yourself about what the bigger picture is, right? Allowing that to empower you, right? That means that we ain't sitting around allowing the little stuff, right, to upset us, to take us up off of our path, to knock us up off of our square, right? See, when you at home, you firmly rooted and grounded. So let's see, where we starting at? The Scorpio, that's where we at. So let's see where the Scorpio, woo, we hitting it big. A new start, bam. Scorpio, if you don't know this right about now, a new start is coming, right? And the other thing I want you to recognize too, because see, the other end of your energy, right, is that Taurus energy. Very grounded energy, right? Tapping you into that wombat spirit of being at home, right? You also want to make sure that you checking on them finances, right? Because see, whatever this is that you might have been working on, Scorpio, a new start is coming, right? Because this eclipse is also going to be affecting your financial situation, your attitudes about financial situation, right? Well, you dropping on that old poverty consciousness, that lack mentality, or that scarcity mindset that so many of us, including yours truly, have battled with throughout our lives, right? And really begin shifting into a new perspective that makes you more magnetic, more attractive towards money. I like that a whole lot for you. And a new start is coming, Scorpio. Let's get it. All right. Who's next with this? We're going to dial up to the Scorpio, and then it is the Pisces. I like the Pisces energy. Let's see what we got. For being at home, we got the energy is gaining momentum, Pisces. The energy is gaining momentum. Remember this, because see, here's the thing. The other end of your particular energy is on the Virgo end, right? And that really links you to being grounded, right? See, this is where that other energy is at. Water signs, all of your energy is always going to be on the grounded end, right? Because that's what earth energy is, right? That's your opposite energy. So this is really encouraging you to tap in, to be in that grounded, firm energy, right? Now, that don't mean that you unhinged unhinged and you spinning like a top. And that could be a possibility because, you know, it's saying that this energy is gaining momentum. So perhaps you putting in a whole lot of work and you ain't really seeing what's going on. And so this energy that's gaining momentum is coming through to remind you to calm down and allow the divine to do its magic, because that energy is gaining momentum. So Pisces, with this hitting that area of service within your life, right? How you take care of yourself, right? Because yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Spirit is really reminding you about making sure that the routines, your rituals and everything, or the practices that you're doing, right, are really assisting you, bringing you that balance, right? So that you can be grounded, so that you can feel at peace and at home and everything, right? And so this energy that's beginning to gain momentum, Pisces, it's a powerful time for you. Definitely make sure that you're doing those things within your daily practice, right? As a service to yourself, right? And making sure that you're staying in that space of being at home. All right. Now, who's the Cancerian vibration? We can't forget about them Cancers. Let's see what we got, Cancer, because you got to be at home. And guess what? Confidence is the key to your success. So the new moon and Leo card came through just reminding you, Cancer, right, about confidence being your key to success. Now, you didn't get the Earth energy card where you was go tap into that Capricorn, right? But guess what the Capricorn energy is? It's boss energy as well. And that confidence, right, that key to your success, you know what I'm saying? When you dialing in and tapping into that Capricorn energy, you're going to notice that there's some similarities with that, right? But that confidence, it being your key to success, being bold, being assertive, right? Being at home with yourself, right? See, that grounded confidence that comes in there, this is going to be your key to success, right? Not showing up all nervous and feeling all wound up and everything, you know what I'm saying? And uncertain and giving folks this energy of doubt, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to whatever it is you talking about and everything, when you stepped into your power and you confident in everything, this is when you go start seeing major shifts that's going down in some profound ways. So wow, wow, wow. Cancers, I like that a whole lot. Definitely make sure that you tapping in, dialing into your confidence, right? Because this is really going to be hitting you in that area that builds your reputation, right? This is what's going to be on the line for you, fam. So you got to really make sure that you showing up confident in everything, so ain't nobody looking at you with the side eye. Confidence. All right, let's get this. All right. Now, who's next? Okay, we got the water signs, and then we got the fire signs. Let's get the fire signs together. I like fire signs, most definitely. Hold up, we got the spirit animal for the fire sign. Bam. All right, fire signs. You see this? Do you see this? These double fours in this 8th year. This panther coming through. This panther been coming through on so many profound levels. And yet again, this panther is coming through again, bringing this message for you to reclaim your power. Now, I don't know for sure what's going on for you in these cosmic streets fire signs, where you had to go into maybe a retreat. Maybe you had to fall back. Maybe it was a situation that kind of took you up off of your square. But Spirit is coming through, reminding you about your authority, reminding you about your birthright, reminding you about your lessons, right? Being blessings, right? Reminding you about the growth that you have encountered over all of this time. And so this Panther spirit coming through, encouraging you, reminding you, and supporting you in reclaiming your power, is really telling you about making sure that you are stepping through with confidence consistently, right? This is how you show up now. This is the way that you do business. This is what it is. You are empowered, right? Just like we talked about that Cancer being confident, right? You, fire signs, are definitely in your power. This is what you do. This is how you show up, right? So let's talk for individuals. Let's see. We're going to set it off with the Sagittarius. Let's set it off with the Sag. I like that. There's some adjustments that need to be going down, Sag, in reclaiming your power. So this third quarter moon is really coming through, just letting you know that there's some small adjustments. And during this particular time, right, because Sagittarius, your opposite energy is that Gemini energy, right? And so that Gemini energy, it may be about some things you may not know. Now look around and check in on your community, how you might have been communicating, maybe even the way that you've been thinking about going about doing things. Because see, this is about reclamation of your power, right? Are you sitting around thinking, stop this foolishness, Sagittarius? You cannot be in these streets thinking that this ain't for you, right? That you definitely ain't in no position where you thinking some disempowering thoughts, right? I hope not. Because if so, then that's what this is talking about, that these adjustments are required. But this is for you to sit with, right? But what I'm picking up is that there needs to be an adjustment in the mentality, right? You got to shift the way that you process in this world so that the thoughts that you're having, the thoughts that's coming to you, that they're empowering you. You need to make sure that you're telling yourself a story that makes you the winner. Empowered thoughts. Yeah, let's do that. All right, Aries, let's see what we got going on. Let's see what the Aries got on. Because listen, because your opposite end is this Libra energy, right? So this is really encouraging you to start focusing on your partnerships, right? How you been navigating your partnerships, right? How you been dealing with even adversarial energies, right? You ain't going to hell off and snapping out and everything, right? You got control and command of your emotions and everything. I think you've been doing the work. I think you might have been doing the work out here, Aries, because Spirit is coming through letting you know that your hard work is paying off. Okay, see, you might have been doing that shadow work. You've been working on yourself. You've been really allowing yourself to examine the dynamics in your relationships, and you are reclaiming your power. See, that slewfoot energy, they ain't coming through in there just taking you off your square, getting you to be all set off and triggered out here in these streets. No, you've been doing the work out here in these streets, and your hard work is definitely paying off. And now that we in this particular eclipse season, all of those things that's falling by the wayside, I need you to understand it is definitely happening for you and not to you, because your hard work is paying off. I need you to recognize the power of evolution. And baby, it is okay to grow. Definitely, Aries, your hard work is paying off. So that new moon in Capricorn energy is definitely in effect for you. It's gaining that momentum, right? Because that hard work, that you've been putting in is definitely paying off. And so this solar eclipse is going to show you what it looked like. I like that so much for you. I am super excited. Yeah, it's going down. All right, Leo. Now, Leo, you got to reclaim your power. Let's talk about this. What's going on with these Leos? Okay. See, the emotions is running high. And when we talking about that, see, the supermoon card came through, right? What happened around that eclipse time, right? But anyway, let's talk about this, emotions running high, right? Because see, during this particular this particular eclipse, right? This is about like rebalancing relationships and boundary shifts, right? And letting go of people pleasing, right? Releasing a lot of these old wounds and everything. And see, when you doing stuff like that, this is when you start noticing how emotions run high, especially folks that's worried, that's used to dealing with the unhealed version of you, huh? And so right now, emotions is running high. Let them run high. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you still in what I like to call the adjustment period, right? See, because the work and everything that you've been putting in, reclaiming your power, because you definitely been doing that work. You have been reclaiming your power, and now these emotions is running high. So all in this process, right, where things are starting to recalibrate and everything, it is an emotional time. And then we got a lot of planetary aspects and a lot of transits and everything that's really, really encouraging and supporting this emotional purge, right? And so this is really giving us an opportunity to look at those feelings, to look at those emotions that's not really that comfortable for us to be navigating, right? These is those emotions that we ain't really that proud of, right? Facing some truths that's a little bitter and hard to deal with, right? But this is really a time to let us know that we are reclaiming our power. It's a purge, right? And this is that process that's really going to help us in being empowered moving forward. It is truly assisting us in moving into a more authentic direction. So I hope that helped you out. Emotions is definitely running super high. The Leo. Definitely. Hold up. Am I forgetting anybody? Oh, I'm forgetting the earth signs. Am I out of line or no? Yeah, I definitely am. All right. Let me see. Earth signs, my bad. Let's see what we got going on. Boom. Bam. I like that a lot. Yes, yes, yes. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That peacock card is coming through. In effect, you got to know that the peacock has been coming through profoundly, and it's about this earth energy that's coming in here, reminding you about letting it shine. Earth signs, you ain't shining your light out here in these streets. You done lost your mind. You definitely got to let it shine. Don't nobody do it like these earth signs do. So you definitely better take this guidance, take this instruction from this peacock, right, and make it your process, right, of shining your light out here. You got to make sure that you out here doing the damn thing, because see, this right here, this is what's setting you apart from the rest of the holder. Let me just go ahead. Let's talk to these Capricorns first and talking about this particular energy, because yeah, we got this last round of Pluto being in Capricorn, and boy, I know this energy is just some specialness for you. Let's talk about it. What we got? Prosperity lies ahead. What needs to happen? This the new moon in Taurus card. See, now what this is letting you know is all about like how things is really going to start shifting in your life, right? Because this eclipse is really beginning to deal with you. See, your other end is Cancerian energy, right? And see, and when this is reminding you about prosperity lying ahead, you know, Cancer is the money side. Anyway, prosperity is lying ahead for you, Capricorn, because we know you probably been definitely putting some work in on one level or the other. That's what Cap business is about, right? And so you making sure that you're shining your light, right? Standing in your truth, right? Being bold and assertive out here. This is where this prosperity is going to lie ahead, right? You standing in your truth, your power, you letting it shine and everything, and watch what it do out here. So this Taurus new moon is definitely coming through, reminding you to that the light is at the end of the tunnel. And so during this particular time, right, where you're going to be seeing these major shifts within your family life and a lot of the programming that you got, you know, growing up and everything, right? This is not a time for you to have to be humble like they probably taught you. This is really a time for you to shine bright and let it shine out here in these streets. No doubt about it. All right, let's talk about Taurus. Since the Taurus done came all up in your stuff, right? All up in your energy. Taurus energy came through. So we definitely got to oblige that Taurus. Let's talk. Let's talk. Be bold and make the first move, Taurus. Okay? Being bold and making the first move. See, because see, this right here this is about your transformation, right? See, because your other end is the Scorpio energy, right? And that Scorpio energy, right, it definitely deals with that death, rebirth. See, this is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna get into how Anubis been showing up too. But yeah, this about this transformation, right? And about you being bold and making the first move, Taurus, right? This is about you standing up, shining bright in your light, like not standing in the background, letting somebody else get that shine when you've been putting the work in, right? And see, when you being bold and you making the first move, right? This is about you really making sure that you taking authority, right? Of all of what you know belongs to you. This is about you claiming your birthright. And when you let it shine, that's exactly what you allowing it to do. Yeah, I like that a lot. Make sure you letting it shine. Staying bold, making these moves out here in these streets. Yeah, I like that a lot, Taurus. Let's get it. All right, Virgo, let's see what we doing out here. Now, you know the other end of your energy is the Piscean energy, right? And this is really about us really tapping into that higher self energy, the subconscious, right? Right? That's the realm of the subconscious, right? The things that inspire you, right? That Piscean energy is that mystical, creative type of energy, right? And so this is really coming in here. Woo! Don't let that pride get in your way, Virgo. This is the full moon in Leo card, right? So with this peacock spirit coming through, reminding you about letting it shine, right? And then this full moon in Leo telling you about not letting pride get in your way. So let me tell you what's coming to me, Virgo. Is that perhaps sometimes we start thinking that we got to be modest. Or I ain't going to be extra. And I ain't going to be doing too much. And all of that other type of thought, right? But you definitely need to look at the Leo, right? But what's on your other end, the Piscean vibration? See, Pisces energy, right? That's where a lot of them entertainers, you know, the musician, Leo and Pisces energy, right? Where they all tapping into that creativity and everything, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't afraid to be imaginative and everything. But when you letting pride get in your way, it stifles that creativity, it stifles that imagination. And so what spirit is really coming in here to remind you about letting it shine. This is about making sure that you ain't letting pride get in your way and dim your light, telling you that you might be doing too much. I assure you, Virgo, you ain't. So, especially with all that overthinking particular energy and everything that Virgos like to get into the business of doing, right? I'm just saying, because this peacock came through, just reminding you, just tapping you on your shoulder to let it shine. So let's go back. Let's remind ourselves. Okay, we started off with the air element, setting healthy boundaries, right? Don't forget that, air signs. Okay, all right. And then we got, who was that? That was next. It was the water element. The water element was reminded to be at home. The wombat came through. And then the fire element came through, getting reminded by that Black Panther to reclaim your power. The Panther came through, reminding you, claim that power, reclaim it. And then last but not least, these earth signs, that peacock is coming through in a profound way, reminding you to let it shine out here in these cosmic streets. If you really want to see your dreams come true, balancing your particular energy, you got to really begin vetting the moves that you're making out here. And this is what's going to put you in that space where you are so firm, you are so embedded on your square that nobody can take you off of there. This is when you step into your power. This is when you shift and navigate into your birthright. But you cannot allow your mind, your imagination to hold you back. Look at the other end of your energy. This is how you will allow yourself to find the balance within you so that you can navigate your relationships with yourself, with people, with places, with situations a little bit more in a balanced way during this Libra season. I hope that this helped you out. Peace and light. Peace and love.